Hello and welcome back to my craft room. Very excited today because I've got a bit of show and tell. So if you've been watching for a little while, you might remember that back in shamefully long time ago, I think towards the end of October, I did a video showing a gorgeous doll that B Henderson had sent me. So we're doing this project we're calling Pass the Box. The idea is that we will each make each other a little doll. Doesn't matter what kind of doll, any kind of doll is fine. And we'll put it in a box along with some scraps of fabric and trims or whatever to the next person on the list. There are about 10 of us doing this all together. We all know each other quite well in the Discord community. We're all in the UK because we were trying to keep postage costs down, and also when you're sending something further afield you're more worried about it going astray, and when it's something like this you really don't want it going astray. B made a doll for me. I'll show you that in a minute. She's absolutely gorgeous. I'll give you a little peek now in case you haven't seen her before. I love her. I just love her. She's called Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds because of her kaleidoscope eyes. I'll show you properly in a minute. And B sent me some other beautiful bits and pieces to go with. Now, the idea is now I make a doll for Gaby of Gaby Chic Dolls. How daunting is that? And then I will top up the little pile of fabric scraps and trims and things and pop them in the box as well. Pass that on to Gaby. Gaby will make a doll for the next person, and so on and so forth. And the last person in the list I think is Jen. Jen will make a doll for B and send it back to her. So it comes full circle. Each of us ends up with a little doll, little keepsake doll. And hopefully we'll have a lot of fun along the way. Now, I was the first one to receive a doll, and I have been shamefully slack in not getting going on making my doll for Gaby. I had so much else going on. There was all sorts going on in my personal life, all sorts going on here on YouTube and things as well, and I just haven't got to it. But I've got going now, and I'm very excited because I'm going to show you the doll I've made for Gaby. First of all, let me quickly show you the doll that B made for me. She's absolutely adorable. Look at this beautiful hair. And little button eyes. Oh, and a sweet little face. And she's got a little crocheted shoulder bag with a tiny art journal in it, a hippie chick journal. She's my hippie chick. With actually working pages. Look at that. I could doodle into that if I wanted to. And she's got these sweet little painted feet. So she's got these little lace up boots. How cute. I love her. She's quite a simple construction. B actually made up the template for me and put it in the box. I can't find it easily. She cut out the cardboard pieces and put them in the box as well. So I scanned those cardboard pieces, put it through in Inkscape, tidied it up and made a nice template out of it and put it on my Gumroad, where you can get it as a free download. You do need to, when you go onto Gumroad, if you haven't done it before, it's very easy. Lots and lots of people have downloaded that templates without a problem. So don't be put off if you haven't been on Gumroad before. You just need to go in, and where it says amount, it will require you to put something. So just put 0 in the amount box to get it for nothing. There's also just underneath that, there's a box that says tip or donation or something. Gumroad just does that to give the option, but you can put 0 in there. Just put 0 in both boxes to make sure you get it for nothing. Off the back of that, I also have made a couple of videos already showing how to make a simple little fabric doll like this. Let me quickly show you. Here we go. So here's my little a little one that turned out kind of Holly Hobbyish without really meaning to. So I did 2 different ways of doing the head. One was like this. There she will tilt her head and turn a little bit. And this one, it's attached, it won't come off, but it will pivot. In fact, it will pivot 360 like Poltergeist do. I also made some little outfits and did a template for those as well. So I'll put all these links in the description box to this video. This is the little clothes templates, and with those you can make. So this little dress is made using this template with just a straight piece for the skirt, and then this little coat is made using this template, but you can use this to make a tunic top instead, and you can use this pattern. You can also use, oh, and the sleeve, to make a little denim jacket. So that's what I did with this one, or to make any kind of jacket or shirt or whatever. You could make it without the sleeves to turn it into a little camisole or a waistcoat. It's very, very adaptable, and I go all through that in the previous videos. So that's that little outfit. I'm going to come back. She went so holly hobby, this one, totally not what I intended. So I'm going to come back and make bonnet, boots and bloomers for these now. Of course, the bloomers could be adapted to be like short knickers or trousers or whatever you need. And the boots you could definitely do just by painting and stitching like B has. But if you want to make separate boots, I'm going to show a couple of ways of doing them as well. So I showed a couple of ways of making the heads without that wobble. You know, when sometimes when you make rag dolls, you get this kind of floppy head thing. So I showed these 2 different ways to do that, so that you don't get floppy head. These are the pieces that you'll find in the clothing template. Oh, that's the other. Let's just show that other outfit as well. This doll was done in the kind of simple method where you just gather up a strip and gather it in to create the little dress shape. Then you put the sleeves on the arms first before you attach them. Whereas this doll was done the other way, where you make the whole doll up first, make the little jointed arms, and then you make separate outfits. Both ways, and all the different variations on the garments and things, can all be done with those same templates that you'll find on Gumroad. So with this one, that's using the same template for the dress. So you can make the dresses long and short. You could make this tunic come all the way down to there, make it more of a shirt. You know, they're all very adaptable. In the previous videos I've talked about how to do facings on the inside if you want to, or do a whole kind of basically make 2 of the jackets, put one inside the other to kind of line it. And this whole project has got me so into doll making. I want to do lots and lots more of it. Love it. I love creating these little characters. I love how they kind of speak to you as they go along and turn into something you didn't intend them to be. You just have to listen to what they whisper to you. So here we go. So these now are just waiting for they need their hats and boots, bonnet, boots and bloomers. They also obviously need their hair and their faces. So with this one I showed how to make the nose and start stitching through the eyes. With this one I might try painting a face. I'll use this kind of stockinette, but you can just as well make this out of linen, or try an old t-shirt, or whatever you've got, give it a go. Just have fun with it. So that's those. That's the beautiful, beautiful doll that B sent me to start the whole project off. And now I'm all ready to send my doll to Gaby. So I thought I'll quickly come on and film this before I pack her up to send off. It's going to be quite hard to part with her, I must admit. Here is Gaby's Rainbow Rock Chick. I'm so pleased with her. I've made her this little jewellery. I've made a little twisted cord kind of thong to hang this feather from. I think she's going to a rock festival or something, this one. And this is all little beads that I strung together. She's got a star badge and some sequins on her jacket. I was so pleased to find these teeny weeny buttons on Amazon. I bought a bag of them. So I'm going to pop some of these in the pack that I'll send on to Gaby. I've never found such tiny ones before. I just did sort of faux buttonholes here. So this little jacket was made with these pattern pieces from the free template. I'll show you in a minute. I did just a facing in the back, and I did the front pieces as a kind of lining. I just made the sleeves a little bit longer. The hair was just felted in. It was curled felting wool that I used. I did show this on a video a while back. This is where Steffi Stern from The Makers showed us how to do these coiled pieces out of felting wool by dampening it and winding it around a needle. I did show that on a video fairly recently, I think. I was very, very chuffed to find these shoes, and I couldn't resist. I got 4 pairs of them under a tenner on Amazon. I just thought, you know, I can't compete with that. I am going to show a couple of different ways to make little shoes or boots for these for these little characters. And of course you can just paint them on like that as well. But once I saw these, I just thought, I've got to have them. And honestly, for the price of them, I thought I can't make them better than that. So I was really chuffed with that. I used stripy fabric for the legs this time, and I did this deliberately over the top whip stitching, over stitching kind of all down the seams. They're stitched together apart. That's just decorative, but I just thought it's a bit of extra strength as well. Now you can see that obviously this is a little kind of 15 centimetre or so doll. Yeah, about 15 centimetres she comes out. This one comes out 22. Obviously her arms and legs are a lot longer and they're jointed, but I still use the basic template that you can get on Gumroad free, the same as I used to make these. All I did was add an extra piece in. I'll take her clothes off in a minute and show you. But you can see here, I've just added that extra shape for the legging. I just freehand drew it. This bottom part of the leg is pretty much exactly as the pattern. I think I maybe lengthened it slightly. And the same here with the arms. This lower part is kind of the whole arm in the template. I just added an extra piece up here. And then I've just stitched in between in the same ways I've shown in the videos. I stitched either end here. And then on these knee ones and the elbow joints, to give a bit more stability, I went back and forth a bit and then wrapped the thread round and round and back and forth a bit more till it felt strong enough, really. You can also put beads in the joints and things as well, but I decided I just wanted to try doing it this way. So yeah, very pleased with how her hair turned out. I've done the nose in the same way as I showed doing this one, except I've made it a much smaller, cuter nose. And I've done the eyes in the same way, but I've added beads in. And I just made a little stitch for the mouth. So because it's Gaby, I decided to make her a little bit naughty. So let's take your jacket off, missus. I think I've made these joints fairly strong, but I'm still being a bit delicate with it. So let's just first of all show you the jacket. So I used a little trim off of it was off of a shirt or something that I've been cutting up. That's what this whole thing has been made out of. I just cut a little trim of it and put some of those buttons on either end because I thought it looked cute. This is a little scrap out, a little piece out of a bazaar pack. This is where I've lined the jacket, sort of, just by cutting the front pieces again and stitching them together to do the lining. I showed how I did that on the previous video, and here I've just done a facing for the neck. So that's that. The little top, I loved how I slightly changed the body shape. You can see that I've given her bigger hips. I just used the same template. So the template is just the same. I've just slightly brought out the hips to make her a bit more womany. And I've given her a belly button. She's got a little pair of pants. I'm going to take this. I was so wanted. Look at these beautiful, beautiful fabrics that Bea put in the box. Gorgeous, lovely, 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 absolutely gorgeous fabrics. And I was itching to use them, and I was going to make her a gorgeous hippie type dress. But she whispered to me. She went her own way, and this is what she wanted. I really hope Gaby's going to like her. So she's a rebel. She's a rebel rainbow rock chick. So if I take her little skirt off, well, I'll leave it there around her ankles. I was quite pleased with how I worked out how to make these little knickers. So I had some of this, which I've had in my stash for ages and ages. It's this kind of stretchy lace, much like you would get on underwear and things. Don't even know where I got it now. I've got some in black as well. But what I found was, if you just cut one of these sections for the front and one for the back, put them together like this, stitch them there and there, stitch them underneath, you've got a little automatic pants shape. Absolutely perfect. So I'm going to put a little piece of that in for Gaby as well. Now I stitched the belly button through to the back, so it created this little dimple in the back, and then from there I just thought, I can't resist it, especially because it's Gaby, and Gaby is naughty. She's got a little bum. and that does kind of go around to the front as well, but we're not gonna go down there. But it kind of, yeah, it just carried on naturally. I hadn't actually planned to do that, but it worked out so well. The arms are buttoned through, so, and this little top is made out of the same, I've lost the pattern piece now, the same one that I showed just, this one. It's made out of this, but all I've done in this case is leave it open at the front, and then I've gathered up this edge to make this kind of little bra shape, and I just did a little picot, a little loop of embroidery thread, and then blanket stitched around it to make that little picot thing, and a bead on the other side to create the button fastening. There's a little buttoned arms. She's also got a button at the back where her head is stitched through the neck. Let's do you up, missus. She hasn't got boobage. Okay, let's pull yourself together. So yeah, this was it's just the same shape that I used before. You can see it's the same basic shape as these. This sort of stretchy velvet stuff is really nice, because all I had to do was cut a strip. I slightly flared it out, and because it's stretchy I didn't have to do anything else. It just pulls up like a little mini skirt. Yeah, the hair was just felted in with a felting needle. It just felts nicely into the stuffing that I've used inside there. So yeah, that's her. Let's get her dressed again. I'm ready for a close-up. So it is nice to be able to, although this is a lovely quick and easy way of doing it, and this one as well, they're both constructed in the same way, although you can get obviously very different looks from them. Mine went very Holly Hobby. But of course you can't undress them. They are stitched into their clothes, and that's that really. Not that I want to particularly spend a lot of time dressing and undressing dolls. I love them just as they are. But it is quite nice to be able to change the outfit as well. So yeah, it just depends really. But I have enjoyed making these little detachable clothes and the jewellery and everything. Oh, the other big difference that I've not talked about is the hands. So I just wound some thread around the wrist there, and I just stitched through to create the fingers. I didn't do a very good job of it actually. I'm not all that pleased with it. It's nice that because of this kind of slightly stretchy fabric, I find I can shape the fingers a bit, and they will kind of hold their shape like that. But they're a little bit clumsy really. But first attempt. So yeah, there she is. I'm very, very happy with her. I love the look of her from all angles. And I think what I'm going to do is invite Gaby to use her painting skills and give her a tattoo, because I think she'd love a tattoo. So she can give her a name and give her a tattoo. And I think she'd be slightly rude and have her pants showing just a bit. Should we put her there with her cousin? There they are, all ready for the festival. Get my face out of the way now so I can get a thumbnail. I can't really show her very well. It's difficult. Maybe I'll show two pictures. I'll show one of her from behind. Oh yeah, I forgot she's got little jump rings there to make earrings. Lots of little details that I hope Gaby will enjoy. So here we go. I think I'm going to get two pictures, one from the back and one from the front for a thumbnail. There we go. I think that's about the best kind of frame of her I can get really. It's quite difficult to show all the details. We should get some better photos really. So that's her all ready to go. She's also got a bag which I haven't quite finished. I need to get handles on that. So it'll be like a shoulder bag there, and on the other side I've put some twinkles and go make art. Gaby's a wonderful artist. And inside I did put this little cat, but I don't think it turned out quite right. It's meant to be a little fluffy cat, but I'm not sure now. But maybe I'll just I'll just put him in anyway, or I'll put something else in there. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like a cat, does it? Yeah, I don't think that's going to be going anywhere. I'll maybe try felting him a bit more this evening. See if I can do any better. Watch out for Gabby's opening video if you want to see whether or not that cat ended up in that bag. Okay, so that is it for me for now. I hope you enjoyed that little peek at my rainbow chick doll. As I say, if you want to have a go at making something like that, you can download that template for free, and you can see it can easily be adapted to do whatever you would like with it. I've got lots more ideas for other styles of dolls that you could do, still using that same basic template. So watch this space if you're interested in that kind of thing, and I will be back soon with the bonnets, boots and bloomers for these two, and then there'll be one more video doing the face and hair. I'm not going to be into fancy painting faces. If you want to watch that, go and watch Gaby. She really knows what she's doing with painting faces, and I think that's why I didn't want to attempt to do it for the doll for her actually, but she's wonderful at it. I can show you one of Gaby's faces if you haven't seen already. This is one that I won from, guys. Just quickly go back here to show you. Well, I didn't win, Tig won and then donated it to me. So this is a beautiful angel doll that Gaby made for one of our giveaways just before Christmas. Look at the painting on that face. Sweet, sad little face. Wise little face. Makes you wonder what she's thinking. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that hair. So yes, have a look on, there's a video or two videos showing the making of this doll from start to finish on Gaby's channel as well. So of course I will link to her channel. Look at these beautiful girls on my desk. I'm going to get that all wrapped up now and ready to go. Pop in a few more pieces of fabric to top that up, and hopefully that'll get to Gaby within a couple of days, and I really hope she's going to like it. Before I go, I'd just like to say thank you so much to our wonderful channel members. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. As I'm making this video, we're up to 28 members, and it's just like it just means such a lot to know that those people are out there and wanting to support the channel in that way. If you're interested in joining, there's wrong side. There's a join button around. It should be around there, I think. If you click on that, it won't join you straight away. It will just tell you what it's all about and everything you need to know. But please don't worry if you can't or don't want to join. There's no obligation at all. I don't want to put any pressure on anybody. You can show your support just by liking the video, leaving a comment, making sure you're subscribed. That's all very much appreciated, and still does a lot to help the channel grow. As I've been speaking, hopefully the list of channel members has been scrolling up just here. Thank you to all of those people. Really appreciate it. And thank you to all of you for watching today. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again really soon. Bye.